Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Empire. If you're passing by for the first time, please feel free to join us and be part of this family, this amazing family here. My name is CJ. I do beauty and lifestyle content in this channel right here. And pertaining to lifestyle and beauty, today I've decided to combine it together. Do my makeup while I talk to you guys. It's like a get ready with me. I've not done this before, so I just thought, why not? Let me try it out. And also, I've decided to shoot this video because you guys are not watching my content, which I struggle so much to put out there. You're not watching my beauty content. I don't know why. You're not watching my lifestyle content. I get very minimal views. Wow, I'm ranting. It's so heartbreaking when you have like 700 subscribers and only 25 of you get to watch my content in a whole entire month. Do you know, that is so frustrating. So please, if you don't want to subscribe, it's fine. Please just give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, I will appreciate that, because once you give it a thumbs up, it's going to be shown to a lot of people. So today I want to talk about why I don't have a nanny. So if you are new here, I have two kids. I'm a mom of two. I have two kids. One is 9 years and the other one is 1.5. So I am a stay-at-home mom. That's a lot of primer. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I stopped working. Like, I stopped doing 9 to 5 job some time back because of having a baby. So I want to give you a story. Back then, okay, this is so much primer. So back then, when I gave birth to my baby girl, if you have watched me for some time, you know that right now I'm just in the house alone with the kids. I don't go to work and I don't have a house help, so I literally do everything by myself, which can be hectic and fun at the same time. But there's a reason why I do not have a house help. One is because at the moment I'm not working. It's only my hubby who is financially providing for us right now. And two, yeah, which is I don't see the need of having a house help because it's going to take a toll on him. So I just decided to just take care of everything. And two, I don't like people in my house. I just love my space. I don't like living with people. Let's just put it that way. And the reason for that is because growing up, we used to be so many in the house, and then my mom would bring strangers in the house, so they live in a house, and we just used to be so many, and I didn't like it. So I grew up hating that crowded environment. So even right now, I don't like people in my house. I just love having my family and myself. Like, I just have it, just few people in the house. But I also, it's because of character development that I went through. Trauma, nannies, nanny drama. That's why we're here right now. I hope I'm on focus because I feel like I'm not. Okay? So, first backward to 2013. That's when my baby girl was born. She was born in 2013 in October. So when she was born, I stayed with her for like 6 months, exclusively breastfeeding and all that. And then I decided now I want to go back to work. So me deciding I want to go back to work is when I decided, you know what, I think we should hire a house help. So me and hubby decided we should hire a help, and I don't know how I got that help. So see me, I'm excited. Yeah, I want to go back to work so that I can help provide in the house, like that. I looked around for help and I did get help. So my help came, which was fine. It was great. She was a pretty lady, pretty lady. If you've met me in person, I'm very small. I'm like 5 inches tall, 5 something, like 5, I don't know what. Like, I'm just short. I'm petite and short, so that is quite hectic. So when the lady came, she was taller than me. She was almost, I think, my hubby's height. My hubby is a little bit taller than me, so she was my hubby's height. And then she was a lawyer. No offense to lawyers, by the way. So that day when she came, I think I was either making kenyeji vegetables or she came with them. I don't know. Like, I just remember the process of us kudondoa the mboga, like making them, yeah. So here we are talking. She gets in the house and she's talking and she's like, hey, you know, that time we used to live in a small house, like the house the size of my living room right now, not my entire living room. Like it was a very small space, a space where I could just fit the bed and a chair and that's it. I don't remember if by that time we had already bought a bed, because for the longest time we were just sleeping on the floor. And so when she came, the agreement was that she would be sleeping at my sister's, because my sister was just living around, and at least she had a two-roomed house. So my sister decided, I'll help you out. She will be sleeping in my sitting room. So I was like, hey, fine, thank you. So she will sleep there and wake up at 6 to come and when I'm going to work, because I used to leave the house at 6, and Happy used to wake up and do, well, we've come from a farm. Happy by that time used to sell eggs, so he used to wake up very early, boil eggs so that he can go and sell. So that's what we decided. So this girl, she was just okay. So no. So I stayed with her. I can remember perfectly how she was. But I think she was just fine because my baby was not, and also my baby was a calm baby. Calm and also an eating child. So she wasn't a difficult child to handle. So this lady, I used to buy, when the way babies are born, you have Star Soft, Dettol, and all these things. I used to buy Dettol and fabric softener. So when I'm coming home, I used to wonder, this fabric softener and the Dettol, mbona hazikai, like zinaisha very fast. As much as kunafuliwa, but fabric softener, you just need a little amount. But zilikuwa zinaisha very, very fast. I'm like, what's going on in this house? So one day I came home from work, because I used to come home from work and then I tell her, because I never used to want to enter the house before taking a bath, because the baby will see me and he would want to breastfeed, and I used to smell like fish because I used to sell fish, so I never used to want to just enter. So I used to text her and tell her, put for me water outside, I'm just about to come, and the towels and all that, so that I can just get straight into the bathroom, because it was a plot, yes, not like when you have like your own bathroom in the house. It was a small house, you guys. So that's what I told her. So she used to do that regularly. But then this day I decided, I don't know, for some reason I just came and I just entered the house. And guess what I found her doing? Mind you, that time we didn't have a gas, so we used to use the stove. So, and that plot didn't have like consistent electricity. The electricity was just stressful, like something you can rely on. So most of the nights there was no electricity. It used to be super dark like most of the time. So I just come and tell her, you just warm water for me kidogo. I just just for it to get warm, because it's cold, I just take a bath. So that day I didn't text her. I just came back. I used to come back at around 7ish. So I just came back and I entered the house. So me entering the house, guess what I find? I find the lady soaking her feet in water. So I was like, hey, okay, what's up? Why are you soaking your feet in? She had a basin and now she was soaking her feet. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with your feet? She's like, in our home we just soak our feet so that they can get softer. That's what baffled me is the smell. I smelled Dettol and Dettol and Star Soft. I'm like, why does it smell like Dettol and Star Soft at this time of the night? But yeah, I'm soaking my feet using Dettol and Star Soft. Who does that? How do you soak your feet using Star Soft and Dettol? Who does that? So I'm just soaking my feet. That's how we do, so that our feet can get softer. And I'm like, girl, what the hell? What are you doing? How do you soak your feet in? I don't even soak my feet in Dettol. And now you're soaking your feet in Dettol and Star Soft. So soft, fabric softener. Who does that? I think she was thinking because the fabric softener is going to soften I don't even understand the logic behind it, but that's what she was doing. I was so mad because I'm really struggling. We are not in the best um, financial situation. I'm just trying to provide for this baby the things that are essential, and then somebody is using them to suck their feet. Do you know how annoying that can get? So I didn't ask her because I just got angry, and then I went to the bathroom, came back. She's still soaking, and then mind you, she's soaking them in hot water. So that means she has boiled water to soak her feet kwa stove, mafuta ya 30 bob ya kupika yenye nimeweka ya kupika food. Like mafuta ya 30 bob that time used to be a lot. Ingetosha food, chemshe maji. Like it used to just work the magic. This girl is busy soaking her food in hot water, boiled with my mafuta kwa stove. How annoying was that? Sasa si mimi, that time I used to have a katululu. For some reasons, when I got pregnant, I just got bored with having a smartphone, so I sold my smartphone, and then I opted to go for a katululu. So see, now I'm angry. My hubby used to sell like smokies just around the house, just around the estate. So I text him and I tell him, hey, you can't imagine what this house girl is doing, what she has been doing, because I've been wondering why this nini inaisha haraka. So I text my hubby and tell her the story. Kumbe all this time, this girl ananipimia tu the way I'm texting. So see, I've texted and then I left my phone on the cabinet and then I went to take a bath. Yeah, I remember exactly. Coming back, after taking a bath, napata mtu amesimama kwa mlango. Now you know it's dark. It's dark because there was no electricity. I just find somebody standing at the door and she's breathing like she's angry. I'm like, girl, what's going on? What's wrong? Why are you breathing like that? And then she starts, unawezaje ambia bwana yako ati natumia Starsoft na fabric soft na kusok miguu? Kwani who do you think you are? Now, for those who don't understand Kiswahili, she was like, how can you tell your husband, text your husband that I'm using Dettol and fabric softener to soak my feet? You know, this time my baby is seated at the bed. So I'm like, this lady, weird, the way she's coming at me, it's like she wants to beat me. And then she's taller than me, but she's bigger than me. So it wasn't funny. I was like, hey, Ebu, move. First of all, let me pass. Ati sikuachi upite. Why are you telling your husband that I'm spoiling your things? Kwa unafikiria hizi vitu ni pesa ngapi? How much do you think these things cost that you're telling me I'm soaking my feet in them? You're not even paying me enough. At that time I was paying her 4,000 shillings. That was what house helps used to get. And so now I'm like, hey girl, what's going on? What's happening, baby? So I decided, let me call my hubby. Now this time she's all breathing in my face. She's angry. I'm like, this one is going to be too much. And I'm imagining stove ilikuwa inawaka because we had already started cooking dinner. And then I've held baby. So in my head I'm like thinking, hey, if this girl decides to do drama, we might even die, because he might decide to throw us on the fire or anything, or just pick the stove. You know, at that time you think a lot of things, because a lot of things are going on. So you think a lot of stuff is going on in your head. I was like, wait, I'm not ready. So I take a phone, text my hubby and call her and tell her, hey, come very fast. Plus I'm already trembling. It's like I have tears in my eyes. You know, I'm scared because I'm wondering what kind of a person is this? My nanny drama. Yo, nannies. Then she decides, see, hubby comes and then she's like, hubby asks what's going on. She's like, why do you guys think how much you're paying me? You think I can't afford to buy the jig, and not the jig, the fabric softener, and you need to soak my feet? When you think this is just something so special, why are you guys getting angry? Then my hubby was like, no, you want to fight my wife. So because they were almost the same height, she was like, oh, let's fight. If you want to fight my wife, let's fight. But my hubby is not a violent person. So she just told her, you do this. If you count how many days have you been in this house, you just count your money. Okay? Count how many days you've been here. Count your money. And then tell us how much it is. We just pay you. Mind you, at that time we had no saved up money for her So we needed to find a solution. We needed to know where we were going to get that money, because it was not at the end of the month as we had planned. And she hadn't even stayed for long. I think she had stayed like 2 weeks. She hadn't stayed that long. And then when she came, we used to have a white carpet. So this is the carpet that I have right now. But then if you want good quality carpet, buy the tent ones, okay? So we used to have that carpet. So every time I would come home, she has like removed the carpet. She has washed underneath the carpet. You know how water gets underneath the carpet? She used to scrub the house. So she's there telling me, hata nimekuja nikakusaidia, ulikuwa mchafu, ulikuwa umejaza maji chini ya carpet yako inanuka, nimekuoshea. Sasa hiyo unaona ni kama unaweza ni treat vile unataka. Ati juu nimetumia Star Soft. For those who don't understand Swahili, she was saying that when she came to my house, I was very dirty. My carpet used to smell underneath because of water. So she came, she has helped me. Now she has cleaned my house, and I'm so ungrateful. I can't even appreciate her. So now she's using something to just make her feel better, and I am complaining that she's misusing things. Hey, kwanza, first of all, that day when I come, I'm like, why are you even touching my phone? When now she started this conversation, because I was like, where did you know that I've said you're using my things? So kumbe, she had read text messages. Now when I was in the bathroom, I asked her, why are you touching my phone in the first place? At when you think this phone is so important, she threw it on the floor. No, that is before I called my hubby. I don't know if she wanted to become violent with me because I was so small. But you think this phone is so important? This thing that is so, it's not even a smartphone. It's just a kakatululu. You think there's anything you can do to me? Then I decided, okay. That's now when I called my hubby, because I was not getting where all this is coming from. If somebody is good, if you want to know that she was a psycho, how do you read your boss's messages, conversation? That means she has gone through my phone so many times and found things that I've been writing to my husband. Or if we had like secrets we were writing, like where we've saved nini stuff like that, she would have robbed us, She would have robbed us and ran away with the money. How do you read your boss's messages and phones? How do you go through your boss's phone? So she was telling me the way she has come, she has cleaned me up, like she has cleaned my house. My house was smelly. She has cleaned the carpets, and I'm so ungrateful. Mind you, it was at night, Hey, my hubby just told her, Madam, you know what? You'll have to leave. Motisiezi enda side. She was like, no. You leave right now. I don't know where you're going to go, but you're going to leave my house right this minute, because we cannot continue to keep you here. You'll have to leave. Drama. She told me a lot of things I can't remember, but initially I just wanted to tell you what went through that time. So she drama, and then now I think she left. She left after now talking a lot of trash. Eventually she left. Now me, I'm here thinking, I've just gotten back to work not less than 2 weeks ago. How do I start calling my boss to tell her that tomorrow I'm not showing up because I don't have a house help? How is it making sense? And it's at night. How do you even do that to your boss at that time of the night? Okay. So I decided, okay, I'll just have to take a leap of faith and text her and tell her I had a very nice boss. That lady, she's amazing. She's still alive up to now. She's just an amazing woman. Because at some point, it got to a point where these nanny dramas were too much, and she just told me, you know what? Just stay at home, raise your kid. I'll give you some money so that your husband can set up like a small business or for you. And then now you can just run it from home. That night I just texted her and told her, Mom, you know what? Tomorrow I'm not coming back to work. I'm not coming to work. I need to figure out my situation, my household situation, and see what's going to happen. So I had to figure out that situation. But I was terrified that night. I was so terrified. My baby was scared. It was a scary moment. And then the plot was close to empty because it was even not finished. It was an unfinished plot. So you can imagine, even if I was to scream, even if something was to happen to me before I called my hubby, hey, it would have been so terrible. No one would have been there to help. So she left. She went. Now her leaving meant that I'm not going to go to work, so I need to find another house help as soon as possible. That is drama number 2 that I'm not going to share with you today. That is, keep on watching, subscribe to my channel so that I can give you story for now in drama number 2. So the lady left. I went and told my sister the whole scenario. I don't even remember where I got that household from, but I think my sister helped from a friend. Yeah, I don't know where we got her, but yeah, it is what it is. We got her, and she came through and she worked. She was good with baby. I can't say there's anything she did wrong. I can't remember, but the incident I remember, the way she was so harsh and so like she did not respect my privacy. I'm telling you, being short is, it's a blessing and a stress at the same time. You cannot be short and you go through a lot of things when you're short and petite, because people think they can always take advantage of you, that you're not capable of doing anything. So that's what it is. That's what happened. That's why then she left. So we decided, let me stay home as we figure out. I stayed home for like maybe a week, and then we got another house help who was another drama. So now this other house help, it's like I'm just going to combine this story. So we got another house help who was drama again. Don't know if I should put that one here or I should do a separate video, but the essence is we got another house help at that time, and then I went back to work. So y'all's house help. So when she came, I was told to go and pick her from, I don't even know where we picked her, but she came. Now the other house help came. She came a few days later. So when I went to pick her, yes, I was surprised because she was a kamade. Like, she was a mature person. You wouldn't expect her to behave like, she was someone who had already had kids. She had kids, she was mature, she was just mtoto mkubwa. So we took her. Her name was Francisca. That one I can remember her. The other ones I can't remember. The other one I can't remember because I only had 2 house helps. So Francisca came. She was nice, I guess. That time she was okay. She stayed with baby. Then she was a kissy. And then I had kissy neighbors. hey, I don't know if this is story. Okay. So I had kissy neighbors. So Francisca came, she stayed, she was good with Brianna. Brianna was not my daughter, she was almost turning 1, I think. She was good with her. She was just good, she was fine, okay? And then one day, just one day, on a Sunday, she used to go off on Sundays. I told her, when you go off, please today just try and come back early, because I want to cook chapos. And I want you to help me with the baby so that I can make chapatis, and I don't want the baby to disturb me. So she was like, okay, fine, yeah, okay. So hey, me, I'm here waiting. 5 imefika, this lady is nowhere to be seen. I just decided let me struggle with myself and cook chapatis, because if I wait for this person, you might as well sleep hungry, and tomorrow I need to go to work very early in the morning. So I decided, you know what, let me just start. And then, thank God, that day, Brianna just slept for some reason. I don't know. She just slept for 2 whole hours and she didn't disturb me. I started cooking chapatis. And then at 7, this lady walks in, because my house was directly opposite the gate. She walks in, limping. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She was limping with a stick, and if you look at her leg, it was swollen. I asked her, Francisca, what's wrong? Why are you even late in the first place? I told you to come early so that I can cook chapatis. Ati unajua mama Brianna, sijui nilienda nikaumia mguu, leo nimeteguka mguu, siwezi tembea vizuri, so singetembea haraka nikuje. the leg was really swollen, by the way. It was really swollen, and I was wondering what's wrong. Okay, it was like, you could see she was in so much pain. And the good person in me, mind you, these house helps, I mean, I never used to deny them any freedom. You know, the way you just let your house help do whatever they want to do because they're watching your kids, so you just have to be lenient. That is another mistake, you guys. I think you need to put down rules when you have house helps. So I told her, okay, fine, sawa. So what do you do? Because me tomorrow I have to go to work. So how will you manage doing clothes? So me being the good person, me and my hubby, we sat down and decided, you know what you're going to do is, this girl is in pain, so we're not going to let her do the house chores and all that. We are going to let her get some rest. So I went to work and I told her, don't do the laundry. You just find a way to just take care of who? Take care of the baby. You just don't do the laundry. Because you can do dishes. You do dishes, but the laundry, we'll figure it out. So she left the laundry for like 2-3 days, and then I looked for money, and then I called someone to wash the laundry for her. Can you imagine? You're even hiring someone to do laundry for her. Yeah? And you are paying her still her monthly salary. You're still paying her. So all this time, I noticed she was becoming super friendly with my neighbor. My neighbor was a Kisii woman. She was becoming so friendly with her. And then, all of a sudden, she started showing me attitude. Mind you, this leg had not healed completely, so I'm still looking for people to do the laundry. And I'm still paying her her salary at the end of the month. Okay? So, I noticed every time she was with this neighbor, she would have mood swings every time I come back. So you know where I used to work? I used to work at City Market. So in City Market, I would either, I have to come back with meat. Like I have to come back with supper. We rarely ate vegetables, by the way. We rarely had mboga. Okay? We rarely had mboga because how am I going to have mboga and I work in a meat industry? Anyway. So Simi, I decided, let us do what? I don't know if this neighbor used to feel so bad because sometimes I would come back and the food that I had left for yesterday is no more. So she used to like give some to that neighbor, or I don't know what used to happen, but something of that sort. So me, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this. So what's happening with you? She never used to say what's wrong, but you could sense that she had an attitude. Yani, it was just the way she was behaving. Fast forward, we stayed, and then all of a sudden, I think hiyo mguu haikupona. She left with that leg getting healed. I don't think the leg got healed because one day when I was at work, she just called and she said she wanted to leave and go see her kids. She had worked for us for like a month and something. So the other month, she had worked for us for like 2 months. So what had happened was the second month, her salary delayed. We didn't have enough because now, you know, it was me, hubby, we were just struggling to make ends meet. So we didn't have enough money. So her salary delayed. So after we had delayed paying her salary for the second month, now she started telling me she just called me and she was like, she needs to go home, her children are sick, and I was like, fine, okay, you want to go home, it's fine, you just count how much. We really don't have money right now, but we will make a way to pay you. So we just paid her her salary. She's like, I'll come back. She left. She left in the morning only for us to see her the next day in my neighbor's house. Character development of households, yeah? Next day she was in my neighbor's house. Confidently, she's not even worried. She's not even ashamed. Kumbe, my neighbor had found work for her in another Kisii lady's house. Kisii lady's house, is it correct? Yeah, in another lady's house who was a Kisii also. So she had found work for her to go and do. So all this time, it's like she had gotten maybe higher salary increment or something, I don't know. But she never told me, she never complained about the work I was giving her. She just told me she wanted to go home and see her kids, which was not true. So sasa mimi ningefanya nini? So I had to call my boss again and tell her, yo, me, I'm not showing up for work. Aye. My boss was even tired. So Habi was like, you know what? Kama limefika now, I think you just have to quit. Because he wasn't telling me to quit like in a bad way. Like, we need to... we can't survive this. Like, even your boss is getting tired of you telling her, oh, house helps issues and stuff like that. So we need to find a way to survive and make things work. So I went told my boss, and then my boss told me we can work something out. So this is now what happened when we wanted to work something out, because now she has gone to my neighbor. So I told my boss if it was okay for me to be coming to work and leaving by 4, so that when I go home, so that I can leave Happy with the baby, because I don't think she was a year yet. I don't think alikuwa amefikisha 1 year. So that, because Happy alikuwa he was selling just stuff just around the estate. If I can come to work in the morning and then I leave at 4, so that I can now come and relieve. I can leave at 3 so that by 4 I'm at home. So, and then my hubby now can go open his jobo, and then now me I continue. So we did that for a while, and then now the person I was working, we were working a few of us. Now the person who was in charge of us, who was the manager, who I was supposed to be leaving the work for, decided, you know what, yo satisa yako ikifika, me, I will just be disappearing. I will just be disappearing. You figure yourself out. I'll come when... So you know, when he disappears and comes back at 4, because we used to close work at 6, I only have like 2 hours left, job ifungo. So sasa talking release you for... What are you helping me with anyway? You're supposed to release me at least at 3 so that I get home at 4. And yeah, just help out. You know, Joe. So he just decided he will be disappearing at 4 or earlier, and just coming back minutes past 4 or maybe even 5, just to... I don't know if it was spiting me, or I don't know what it was, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that was another working... May God just bless these people. Oh, people who feel like they're above you. Hey. Yeah, so it worked for a while until at some point now it wasn't working, because now ilibidi habi a kind of mtoi job, and it was cold, so I had to... It was just becoming hectic. But he would either stay with the baby, and then they would wait for my sister's kids to come from school, and then now they will go and stay with her for a while until I get back. I don't know what happened, but I had to quit my job at some point, because now this whole scenario was not working. So my hubby called me, we sat down, and was like, you know what, I don't think we will sleep hungry. We can't continue separation like this with helps and you and work and all that and your boss and everything. We need to find a solution. So if it's okay with you, if you can just quit, it will be fine. Just quit for now. We figure out things. And I'm like, hey, if I quit now, I'll survive. It's not like you're making like the best amount of money. We are barely surviving. How will we even pay our rent and all that? Like, she was like, it's fine, you just will figure out. And then I think God just came through and gave him another business idea, which he started, and then now we used to just work it out. So I decided, because now whenever I was working at City Market, we used to have our own stalls, like my mom's stall and my elder sister's stall. They used to be there. So, and I was employed, because these stalls were being used by my big brothers. So Mimi, I was employed so that my sisters can use the stalls and all that. So me and my hubby, we decided, because this whole thing of you going to work and coming back at a certain time is not working for us. I think now what you should do is go solo. Like, I should go into self-employment, which was not a bad thing. The thing is, that place used to have good money. Like, we used to be paid 400 shillings a day that time. But you could get like some marupurupus, like a few coins here and there. So by the end of the day, you leave the place with around maybe 800 or something. Or even if you don't live with marupurupu, at least you live with money for... We live with food. So now where was I? I'm done with my makeup. Like, I was just doing my lippies and that is it. So, well, what was I saying? So see, I had to leave work. I had to stop working, and then I had to stay at home and just take care of the baby. So when I decided now to go solo, this house help, like, she was just working. I don't know if she used to spite me, but she used to come around all the time to my neighbor's place, and then she's just there, and then I'm just there doing laundry for the baby. I think the neighbor used to be so happy that now I'm not going to work, because she was not working. She was not working herself. So I think she used to be so happy that I'm not working, that I'm just staying at home and doing nothing. It used to fascinate her. So I think that's the reason why they went chini chini, wakanichimbia, until now the house help had to leave. But in a nutshell, it was just fine. Now, from that day, we decided, you know what, we're not going to have any house helps. We are done with house helps. That's it. We are not doing any more house help stuff. We will just have to find a way to figure out how we're going to balance. So I had to go solo because I had to work. I could not afford the luxury that I'm affording right now, just staying home and raising the baby. I could not afford it. I had to go to work. I had to help my husband, and it was just something that I had to do. It was important, so that at least, because now baby is growing, she's supposed to be going to school soon and all that. I hope I'm clear. I hope I'm in focus. So we decided, you know what, I'll be going to work during the day. I'd go a bit later. So we decided baby now should go for daycare, because I think she was almost 2 years. She was like a year and some months. So we decided that's why in the daycare. In between, we got somebody to take care of her. She was a very nice lady. She was a neighbor of us. She used to be called Laura. Laura, thank you. She took care of baby so well. But I think I'm not sure if I had already stopped working kabisa or it was temporary, but she took care of the baby. Hey, I think this neighbor of mine had issues with me. Sorry that I'm jumping because I can't remember the knees correctly. So she used to take care of the baby very well, so nicely. Even if you pop up during the day, you find the baby has been washed, she has been fed, she's sleeping. Like, she used to take care of that child like she was her own. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, Laura now also became friends with the neighbor. With this neighbor of mine, plus now the house help. So now I have my former house help, the lady that is taking care of my baby currently, and my neighbor are now friends. So now what does that mean? That I'm left hanging again. So now that's when I had now to quit completely and just take care of my baby. What are the lessons that I learned that time? That I cannot trust strangers. I don't want strangers living with me. We managed. We took baby for daycare, and then I would come back at least a bit earlier. By 5 I'd be home, and then I'd leave the house later. Like, no, I wouldn't leave at 6 a.m. in the morning. I would leave like maybe around 9ish, because now I wasn't employed. Now I was self-employed, so I was leaving at around 9, and then going to work, and then I would come back anytime I feel like it. It got to a point where I just started just making orders. If you have orders, I take them very early in the morning. I leave the baby and the dad sleeping, take them very early in the morning, and by 11 I'm home and I take care of the baby. So that worked for us for a while. It has always worked up to this point. Even when Brianna started going to school, it was me waking up at 6. We take her to school by 6. I come back to the house chores. After I'm done with the house chores, I go back to sleep because I used to be done by house chores by around 8. I go back to sleep, and then by 9, by maybe 11, I go to work, come back by 6, and then I pick her from the bus, we go home and all that. So it became a bit easier. So when we realized that we can actually do that, me and the hubby, we can always alternate. That's what we have been doing until today. And then also there's also my sister and her kids. The kids live around. So times when I will be late the kids will take care of each other, and that's all. So there's that aspect also. So yeah, it was like that, and then I decided, I don't need a house help. Why should I have a house help? Then forward to 2020 when I got pregnant with my second baby. What happened? We were just at home, so I didn't see the need of having a house help. Plus, also we had already bought a washing machine, so which, by the way, I've already shot an updated washing video. You guys can check it out. I've already posted that up. So when we bought a washing machine, I didn't see the need of having a house help really. So we've always been managing, even when I'm fatigued, because with babies, even if you have a washing machine, babies can just take a toll on you. But we have just been managing, me and hubby, we just alternate. Even right now, as I'm shooting this content, the baby is in the shop with the dad. So we just love our space. We just decided, you know what, we're never going to hire helps. We live without him. But now, not everybody can afford the luxury of living without helps. I'm so sorry for you, but us, we are managing. So yeah, that is how my story of having nannies went. That is why I don't have nannies, because I can't survive the drama of nannies. So that is how it is. That is how we are living it, taking it one step at a time. So I hope you've enjoyed that small story time. I just wanted to give it was just for laughs, okay, and also just for me to do my makeup. Yo, if you want such kind of earrings, can you see them? I have them in my earring store on Instagram. You can follow it at Chains and Charms on Instagram. I'm going to leave it somewhere here, and watch all my great content. I'm also a makeup artist, as you can tell, so you can book me for makeup appointments and all that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like it if you want to, if you like it, if you love it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Come on, you guys, subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.